Welcome everyone to the 2024 Reigel Promotions E-Sports Harvest Cup presented by the 𝐋𝐢𝐬𝐿 Racing League. Tonight we are live from the 𝐿imaland Motorsports Park with the 305 sprint cars. Ben, how are you doing?
I'm doing just fantastic. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm ready to get the second half of the season underway.
So am I, man. So am I. As we are just wrapping up practice now with just under a minute remaining, and right now we have our second place in points coming into the night, sitting at the top of the tables. David Flanagan with that 11.343. And Armando Melgoza, who's been up there in practice consistently this season, is just behind him. But we should be in for a great night of racing action here at the 𝐿imaland Speedway. Just want to remind everyone that qualifying coming up here is brought to you by 𝐸∗ Sim Racing Promotions. And they are awarding $5 to the driver who sets the most fast times throughout the season. And right now, Jimbo Rooney is leading that. I believe he has 2 quick times in the season. Join in on the fun when 𝐸∗ Sim Racing Promotions returns this fall with events like the Piss Missile Punch-Out and the return of the Wilkes County 100 and much more. 𝐸∗ Sim Racing Promotions events are some of the best ways to have fun on the sim. So make sure you check them out both on Discord and Facebook. That's 𝐸∗ Sim Racing Promotions. As now we are beginning our qualifying here for the night, we'll see who can take home that quick time. See if Jimbo Rooney can make it 3 on the season and get himself one step closer to receiving that $5 from 𝐸∗ Sim Racing Promotions, or if it's someone else that takes quick time here tonight.
I guess we'll watch Robert Puckett first, as he was so close last week at Knoxville.
Yep, he's coming around here to complete lap number 1. And lap 1 for Rob is going to put him currently 4th quick with 11.982, but he quickly starts dropping down the tables as more drivers put in times. Right now, Trevor McCoy has the fastest time with 11.696. Cody Wickard currently sits 2nd, and Armando Melgoza in 3rd.
It's been a while since Hunter Benson's ran with us.
Yeah, he's typically run the 360s with us, so this is his first time running the 305s with us, I believe. Although, he ran the 305 Nationals, though, didn't he?
I think so. I'm pretty sure
I'm
he
not
did.
sure.
I feel like he did, but yeah, it's definitely been a while since he's been a regular with us, at least.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like he actually already completed both of his laps, and I guess he must have made contact with the wall on both laps because neither one of them counted. So he'll be starting towards the back of one of these heat races. As we do want to mention, looks like we might actually have 3 heats tonight. We have our most cars we've had this season with 18 drivers, so we might actually have 3 heats. So that's going to kind of spice things up. As we currently watch David Flanagan making his way around. He's about to come through turns 3 and 4 and complete lap number 1. We'll see where that puts him. And it is good enough for 4th quick with an 11.786. Needs to find about another 10th if he wants to try and take that quick time away from Trevor McCoy. And he's about a couple tenths slower on lap 2, so he'll keep that first lap and stay 4th quick. I believe.
Oh.
We just see Tim Henderson complete his 2 laps and just nose it into the outside wall.
Yeah, it looks like I think we got Rooney still to complete 2 laps, unless his laps didn't count. But
he's typically been one of the last cars to go out, so I think he
comes
is.
Now.
Yep, here he comes now.
I'm about to say, I didn't see him go out. The only person on my timing screen over here, it says didn't complete a lap is Hunter Benson. But
Yep,
his laps, he was obviously out there. So.
Yep, so this will be our final qualifier on tonight's action. So we'll see, like I said, if Jimbo Rooney can make it 3 quick times in the season or not. Lap 1 is good enough to put him, looks like 11th quick with an 11.930. So he'll be looking to improve here in lap number 2. We'll see if he does as he comes through turn 4 now. And it is just a little bit slower, so he will take that 11th fastest time. So that means Trevor McCoy is your fast qualifier tonight with that 11.696. Nearly a full 10th faster than anybody else, so a great lap from him. As Cody Wickard qualifies second with 11.771, and Dylan McKee just behind him in third. And there you have the full results up on the screen now. David Flanagan qualifies 4th, Armando Melgoza 5th, Gary Steele 6th, Tim Henderson 7th, Jake Roya 8th, Jacob Quill 9th, and Tyler Flynn rounds out your top 10 in qualifying.
Yeah, and our point leaders are in 11th, and Jared Lambers in 12th, 13th, a newcomer in Evan, an 81 car, then Robert Puckett 14th, 15th is Todd Dickinson, 16th Corey Denson, Chase George, and then Brian Kling brought up the final for the field there.
As we're about to roll into our first heat race of the night, and just want to remind everyone that every heat race 1 of this season is brought to you by Billy Anderson on Twitch. Additionally, Billy Anderson on Twitch will be offering $5 to win each week's 305 feature event. So the winner tonight will receive $5 courtesy of Billy Anderson on Twitch. Check him out on his Twitch channel today at www.twitch.tv/Billy____Anderson. And it does look like we will have 3 heats.
I think we got 19 as the final count, I believe.
So does that mean that the second place finisher in this starts on pole, or do they start third?
They'll start, let's see, yeah, they'll start third, yep, so because now it'll be like, essentially like the dash, pretty much, so like, the top 2 from each, and then the third, whoever gets second in the third heat will then be on the pole now.
Gotcha. Alright, so heat 1 lineup looks like this. On the inside of row 1 is the fast qualifier tonight, Trevor McCoy, and to his outside is the 31 of David Flanagan. Row 2 is going to be Tim Henderson in the 28 machine, and Tyler Flynn in the 831 machine to his outside. And in row 3, you have the newcomer, number 81 of Evan Patinko, and to his outside, the number 22 of Corey Denson. And 7th and final starter in heat 1 is going to be the number 72 of Hunter Benson. Eight laps of distance, and even though we do have 3 heats tonight, we still have all drivers transferring. As Trevor McCoy and David Flanagan roll through turns 3 and 4 now, and they step on it. Green flag is out here in heat number 1.
Hey, Trevor McCoy did change his number this week. He messaged me today, going from number 21 to number 0.
Yep, he's sporting that number 0 in that black and slightly orange car, the orange number there. As we have, I believe that is Tyler Flynn there, was looking at the inside of David Flanagan in turns 3 and 4, but nothing doing yet. He'll fall back in line here as he's being challenged by the 22 of Corey Denson just behind him.
Hey, Denson was a guy I expected to qualify better, but he was all the way in the back. He had a strong showing last week, but let's see what he can do from here.
As we are already halfway through this heat number 1, laps are going to be ticking by very quickly this evening, with it being just a quarter-mile track.
I thought I saw
side
some
by side
people
with Tyler Flynn and Corey Denson here for third. Yeah, there is a little bit of, I think one car got in the outside wall there in the back. But keep on going. As David Flanagan is hounding Trevor McCoy here for the lead, trying to find a way by him. Trying to force Trevor into a mistake, but so far nothing doing yet. As we get the white flag this time by, 1 lap remaining here in heat number 1. Now David Flanagan has to be careful as he's being challenged by Tyler Flynn here with a run to the outside of him coming off of turn 2. We'll see if he can get to the outside here in 3 and 4. He gets to his outside, but doesn't quite beat him to the line. David Flanagan will just hold on for that P2 spot as Trevor McCoy takes the win. So there's your Heat 1 results. Again, Trevor McCoy winning from starting on the pole. David Flanagan finishes 2nd. Tyler Flynn finishes 3rd. Corey Denson in 4th. Hunter Benson rounds out your top 5. Tim Henderson will take home 6th. And Evan Patinko will finish in the 7th spot in Heat 1.
That is now we'll head into heat race number 2. On the pole, the number 5 is Cody Wickard. And on his outside, number 531, Armando Melgoza. Then we got the 007 of 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒. And starting 4th is your point leader, Jimbo Rooney. And Robert Puckett starts 5th. 6th is Chase George. And that's your starting field for heat race number 2. It's going to be 8 laps of distance. Everyone advances.
I see Dana Burdick chiming in the chat. Hello, Dana. How are you doing this fine evening? Also, Ty Dickinson cheering on fellow driver Tim Henderson. And also other people cheering on Ty Dickinson as well. So comment below. Let us know who you're cheering for this evening to win tonight's race here at the Lima Land Motorsports Park. As Heat 2 is green flag racing now. Cody Wickard steps on the loud pedal, and he will lead them into turn number 1. As we do have some contact back there for 4th. Looks like both drivers are able to get back going again, so we stay under green flag conditions.
So Rooney goes for a tight maneuver. Oh,
yeah. Rooney got in the side of Armando there.
He's in a cleared infield. As Cody Wickard continues to lead the way.
Yeah, we'll see if Rooney, now being in that P2 spot, if he has anything that he can do to run down Cody Wickard here for that top spot. As it looks like he is slowly reeling him in, but we already are down to just 3 laps to go, so I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get there or not. But you can definitely see on the screen, just doing the eyeball test, he is definitely getting closer. As the gap is now down to just 0.3 of a second as Jimbo Rooney runs the fastest lap of the heat race.
He's definitely getting there.
This is the white flag lap already, so he has just 1 more lap here to try and get by him. He's going to have a little bit of a run here out of turn 2. Going to stick to that outside, see if he can get the run off of 4, but not quite enough. Cody Wickard will hold on for the Heat 2 win over Jimbo Rooney.
I wonder if he was watching Tyler Flynn there from heat race number 1, as he really made it close at the end.
Yeah, both running that cushion up on the top side.
Yep, we got our results here. We got Cody Wickard taking the win over Jimbo Rooney. Chase George finished 3rd, then Robert Puckett, 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒, and then Armando Melgoza after the contact there with Rooney in the beginning of the race. So now we move on to heat race number 3.
Yep, 3rd and final heat of the night, and the starting grid looks like this. You have the number 112 machine of Dylan McKee on pole, and to his outside, the 88 of Gary Steele. In row 2, you have the 71 of Jacob Quill, another newcomer here tonight. And to his outside, the number 19 of Jared Lamberson, also making his 305 debut this season, but he has ran with us in the past in the 360s. And then in row 3, you have the 9 of Ty Dickinson and the 2 of Brian Kling. Another 8 laps set to be completed here by this Heat 3. So far, the first 2 heats have been won from the pole position. We'll see if anything changes here in Heat 3 or if Dylan McKee can make it 3 for 3 for the pole setters here in the heat races. As green flag is out, and Dylan McKee will lead the field into turn number 1 and 2. And it's 2 by 2 basically all the way behind him.
Oh.
And then a little bit of contact as they're nearly 4 wide out of turn 2, and we have 1 going for a little bit of a spin.
Dickinson, it looks like he's going to keep it going, though.
Yep, looks like that was Ty Dickinson that got the worst end of that. Just unfortunate for him running the bottom there and got tagged in the right front.
Oh, that doesn't look like it was going to...
Yeah, there is an absolute war going on for this 3rd spot between Jared Lamberson and Jacob Quill.
Yes, he just ran the fastest lap of the race there.
Yeah, kind of making that middle line kind of work, just a lane lower off the top.
This has been anything but the typical heat races that we're used to.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's definitely a product of Lima Land. The track just kind of wearing out a little bit faster, so it's a little more racy here for the heat races than what we're used to. As we already have just 2 laps to go, Dylan McKee still holds on to the lead from his pole starting spot, but he has plenty of company behind him as Gary Steele looks to the inside, is going to clear the slider just barely. Dylan McKee turns it back underneath him and still leads that lap as we get the white flag. Dylan McKee runs a little bit of a protective line here, blocks the slider, and he's going to hold on for the Heat 3 win over Gary Steele and Jared Lamberson.
Another great heat race right there.
And there is the Heat 3 results up on the screen. Again, Dylan McKee takes the win. Gary Steele 2nd. Jared Lamberson 3rd. Jacob Quill in 4th. Brian Kling 5th. And Ty Dickinson will come home 6th. As we do have our warm-up session coming up, drivers will run the track in just a little bit more before we get into tonight's feature action. And just want to shout out a couple sponsors while we run the warm-up in. Even though we have yet to have a B-Main yet this season, just want to shout out AdminBox, who proudly presents the B-Main at every Reigel Promotions E-Sports event. AdminBox is designed by iRacers for iRacers, ensuring race control is as seamless as possible. Use the code RPE-sports-box to save 10% on your order with AdminBox. Visit AdminBox to see how they can enhance your racing experience today. And also, Extreme Rap Studio is the proud sponsor of the Hard Charger Award this season. So the driver that accumulates the most hard chargers this season will receive a free wrap courtesy of Extreme Rap Studio. Check out Extreme Rap Studio on Facebook or by joining their Discord server. And last but not least, want to shout out the title sponsor for this season's 305 Harvest Cup, which is Night Owl Racing Association. Join the newly formed league whether you're looking for 305 and 360 sprints or even limited late models. The limiteds race on Tuesdays, 305s on Fridays, and 360s on Sundays. All races are at 9 p.m. Eastern, starting October 25th, so they are in season.
We got a massive crash here in the first track.
I see that. Bit of a parking lot here going into turn 1.
I'd like to take a moment here and talk about a few of our exciting announcements that we've had come up the last few days. First off, if you haven't seen our Facebooks, you should check it out. We got some big events coming up for next year. As far as you guys know, at least right now, we're going to be kicking it off with the Daytona 250 on February 26th. It's going to be hopefully the new Gen 4 cars. Fixed setup, going to be $150 to win and $25 for 10th. So we're going to have a big 6-race schedule next year for the pavement series, the top 5 point fund. And the 305s will be back next year with an 18 race schedule, with also returning events like the 305 Nationals, which is going to be at Houston's. And we'll also have a new event, the Reigel Cup, which is going to pay $150 to win at Lanier in November. And we also got our massive late model season. And if you guys like to have fun, you better show up to the Purge next year. It's going to be 100 laps, dirt mini stocks at Lernerville. We got no walls, and there's no rules. 60 cars will start this race. It will be madness, and it will be fun. Are you ready for that race, Ben?
Oh, yeah. Absolute exciting schedule coming up. I can hardly wait. Well, we have about a minute and a half remaining of this warm-up, Anders, so I think it's about time for us to make our picks here for tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you go first this week.
I feel like I went first last week, I thought. But fine.
Oh, did you? Okay, well, fine. I'll go first. I am going to pick. I'm going to go with tonight's fast qualifier starting 6th, the 00 of Trevor McCoy.
It's a good pick. He's been pretty solid this season. Just hasn't seemed to have the luck that he might need. Let's see. Who am I going to pick tonight? It's tough not to pick Rooney, but as much he's been good this season, I don't want to see him win again. So, my pick is going to be Tyler Flynn. I'm hoping he gets the W tonight for his first win. He had a lot of speed there. He was one of the few guys, just like Rooney, that ran the top of the heat race. And I think that's what it's going to take in this race, as the middle to the bottom seems to get more slicker. And with these cars, I feel like it's going to be all about momentum on the top.
Well, now that you said that, you don't want to see Rooney win anymore this season. You probably just gave him extra motivation to win the rest
I'm sure.
That's usually how it works.
I did say to you last night, though, as Flash Flanagan over here is inside Tim Henderson's car. The Rizzler Tim Henderson. Well, now Tim finally disappeared there. But yeah, I told you last night when we were talking that I thought that David Flanagan would be one of my top guys to watch out for this week. So that's my bonus pick for tonight.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it as we're starting to grid up here for tonight's feature action. So we'll get through the lineup here quickly because the pace laps do not take very long. Row 1 will be the 88 of Gary Steele and tis outside the 27 of Jimbo Rooney.
Yeah, then second in points, David Flash Flanagan. Then Dylan McKee in the 112 is in fourth.
Row 3 is going to be the 5 of Cody Wickard, and my pick for tonight, the 00 of Trevor McCoy.
And we got my pick, the 831 of Tyler Flynn. And we got Chase George.
And row 5 is going to be the 19 of Jared Lamberson, and to his outside, the 22 of Corey Denson.
And then the crowd favorite, the number 30 of Robert Puckett. And then going 12th, the number 71 of Jacob Quill.
And 13th is going to be the 72 of Hunter Benson, and 14th is going to be the 007 of Jake Royer.
And then we got the 2 of Brian Kling, the 28 of Tim Henderson.
And then row 9 is going to be the 531 of Armando Melgoza, and the 9 of Ty Dickinson.
And rounding out the field is the number 81 of Evan Patno. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. It sounds like it would be right.
I said Patinko, but I'm not sure.
You're usually better at that than I am, so maybe.
He'll have to correct us if we're wrong. So, as we are already getting the green flag, the 30-lap A-main is underway. As we already have some contact there back in the middle of the pack. And an early yellow before we even get going here. Go back and take a look at what happened. It looked like it was the 5 of Cody Wickard that was the first car that I saw sideways.
Yep, we'll go back and watch it right here and see what happens. Oh, so yeah, it looks like him and the, looks like it might have been
Tyler Flynn on the inside.
Yeah,
there.
looks like they might have just got together right there. Off the jump, racing for some real estate, and that's. At least it was only. It looks like it was only a single car incident, so that's good. At least there's only one car involved. And I don't think it'll have that much damage.
Yeah. Tyler Flynn was just trying to go for the early 3 wide move there into turn 1, trying to make up spots early, and just got into the side there of Wickard.
Do we have any cars in the pit area then?
We do have 1 car in the pit area. And again, these drivers, anytime before the halfway point, each caution, they have 2 minutes of guaranteed time in the work area. That is what the delay is for. Although it looks like that final car is coming out now.
Yep, Robert Puckett. He must have got some damage in me after some cars got together. He's coming back out in the field, so we should have all 19 cars out there.
Looks like it will be a single file restart since we did not get a lap complete.
I think we're coming back to it.
We still have Gary Steele leading it, Jimbo Rooney second, David Flanagan third. And yep, green flag is back in the air. As I believe that was the 31 of Flanagan. Flanagan got into the outside wall there a little bit entering turn 1, but he's still going, just losing a few spots.
Such a closely contested track, it's tough to really take your eyes off the lead. Oh, that was 88 got really squirrely off the cushion right there. You can see it slicking it up towards the cushion.
Yeah, Jimbo Rooney is all over the tail tank of the 88 of Gary Steele, as we also have a battle for 4th back here between Tyler Flynn and Dylan McKee. And now we have another yellow. I'm not sure what that one was for. Did you happen to see what that one was for?
Let's see here.
Looks like it was towards the middle of the pack. I believe Brian Kling was one of the cars involved.
See, I think this is where it's going to happen. Yep. So, yeah, I don't know. That didn't look like much there. Didn't take much.
Yeah, looks like just
maybe
hard
got in
racing
the slick.
between. Yeah, I think they're almost 3 wide there. And just light tap of wheels between, I believe, the 71 of Jacob Quill and the 007 of Jake Goya.
Yeah, it's looking at all it took right there.
And Brian Kling and both Brian Kling and Ty Dickinson just nowhere to go, just innocent bystanders in that deal.
Struggling to get going early on, but this is a very tight track. This is not one of my favorites, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's kind of expected to happen with it being such a tight racetrack. It's very hard to keep it clean.
Yeah, we got Gary Steele. He was our 2nd place finisher last week. He's looking to do one better tonight. So I believe we should be.
We are coming back to it this time. Yep. And we did get a couple laps complete, so these drivers will attempt another double file restart here as pace truck pulls off. And we are green flag racing. That was a bit of an interesting start there from 2nd place of Rooney. Kind of was multiple car lengths back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Maybe he had some connection issues with his wheel or something. I don't know. That's usually what happens.
Was caught sleeping a little bit. Not really sure what happened there, but either way, everyone's still sorted it out. We're still off and running.
Yeah, the teammates, Trevor McCoy, he got awfully close to steal there.
Well, as we have one car that's back here sideways, there's some contact made. I think everyone's still going.
Looks like
now
it.
we have a couple spinners. I believe that started with the 31.
Yeah, we'll go back here and take a look. Oh, yeah, the car getting slightly sideways. Yeah, it looks like it just must have gassed it up in the slick. And yeah, everyone else is kind of. It's like a just chain reaction after that. They made it almost the whole way around the track until they wrecked. There's a lot of those wrecks so far. It hasn't been really anyone's fault. It's just been circumstance with someone gets sideways and then everyone else is kind of along for the ride.
Yeah, just unfortunate for everyone that was involved that had nowhere to go there, but sometimes that is the luck of racing. Luck happens to fall your way and other times it doesn't.
But we're almost to halfway. We're getting there. We're halfway to halfway.
Halfway to halfway. What does that make it? Quarter? Quarter of the way there. That's what we'll say.
Well, I believe 305s, they don't get to come back here until, I feel like it's the beginning of May next year. So, whether this is a good race or not, they got some time to tune it back up and get ready for that. Are we ready to come back green then?
We are going to get the 1 to green signal this time by. So just about. I believe we will have another double file restart. Possibly be single file if we are unable to get more than a couple laps to complete here.
Yeah, as they double it up, ready to come back racing. Let's get some laps in, boys.
Yeah, we got Gary Steele and Trevor McCoy on the front row now here, bringing us to this restart. And we fire, so green flag is back in the air.
Yeah, second, the outside row once again did not get a very good start there.
Yeah, we have some contact there in the back, but looks like everyone's still going for now. And my goodness, we had, I think that was at least 4 wide, maybe even 5 wide back there.
I heard some contact with the wall. I'm hearing it.
Yeah, there it is. There's cars everywhere.
As we have a heck of a battle still up here for the front. Looks like we have a caution again then.
Yeah, I believe try and figure out who that was on. There's basically chaos happening everywhere, so I'm not sure. Looks like we had a car stopped down low off of turn 2. I don't know if that was maybe the cause of the yellow or if there was something else.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, looks like it might have been the spinner here of Tyler Flynn on the bottom.
Well, I see Tim Henderson was kind of involved there as well. That was mainly just a coming together type thing. Poor Rizzler.
Yeah, I think the actual cause of yellow was for the 831 of Tyler Flynn half spinning on the bottom. I think that was enough for iRacing to bring out the yellow.
Yeah, we just had a bunch of bouncing. We were just bouncing all around throughout the field. Yeah, he got in the wall, yeah. Oh. Man, oh man, we're all over the place. Oh, it looks like he might have hit one of those tires. And he was having a heck of a lap, to say the least.
Yeah. We will be going to a single file restart here this time to see if we can try and clean things up a little bit and get some green flag racing in. As we've only had a couple runs of 3 or 4 laps. And we will be getting that 1 to green signal this time by. As it is still Gary Steele leading things out front here. Jimbo Rooney still sits second. My pick, Trevor McCoy, is looking good right now. I don't want to jinx him, but he's moved forward at least, so.
Yep, we're about to get ready to get back on it.
Yep, Gary Steele steps on the loud pedal. We're back to green flag racing here. As Trevor McCoy looks to the inside of Jimbo Rooney, he's making that kind of middle line work there.
It's so tough though, because it's so slick in the middle of the track. It's you go on the bottom or you're going to the top. That's where the choices right now.
Yeah, he's holding steady though with Rooney there.
Oh!
And they make a little bit of contact and they get together. And that's going to bring out the yellow.
Oh, heartbreak. Heartbreak right there. And really both drivers just getting together. Let's see if we can get a different angle on this.
It looked like, watching it live, it looked like Trevor just thought he had enough of a run that he was clear of Rooney and just wasn't quite clear.
Yeah, it's really tough. Like when you look at it there, because just probably get the speed shot maybe this crash here, see what happens. And they just looks like they kind of touch wheels off the corner. They're both fighting for the spot, and like you said, about the slickness right there in the middle of the track.
Yeah, he was clear in the middle of turn 4, but by the time he slid up, Rooney came with a big run and just got to the outside of him, and they clipped wheels. So yep, I knew I shouldn't have opened my mouth. I knew I would jinx him.
Well, I did it last week. This is your pass.
Yeah, I guess it was my turn to give the commentator's curse to somebody. It's only fair.
But he does still have his teammate up front.
That is true. Gary Steele has been holding out strong. I don't know if he's been happy to see these yellows or if he wants to see it go green.
He seems to be very good in the restarts, so could be both ways for him so far.
Yeah. As we still have just a few seconds left to give drivers time in the work area here. We are almost to the halfway point now, though.
Yeah, so luckily we'll be halfway and then we'll be good to go. Hopefully we can get some laps in here. Funny enough, we still have like all 19 cars running in this race.
We will be coming to it this time by. So 14 laps are in the books. Still 16 laps remaining. So it's still anybody's race here. Still a long way to go.
Yep.
Pace truck pulls off. Gary Steele is looking to fire, and he fires in the middle of turn 4. We're back racing. And just as we say that, we have another yellow.
Oh, goodness. try and see if I can find a car. Oh, there we go. Found it. Are we even green yet? Look, oh, looks like the 81 was trying to let people by, maybe. And Jared Lambers and their they came together, and that's kind of what seems like to happen here. Kind of probably a miscommunication.
As we are coming back to it right away. Green flag is back in the air with Gary Steele still leading things. Dylan McKee second, Jacob 𝐷𝐿 up to third now. As we have a battle behind for fourth with Hunter Benson and looks like the 9 of Ty Dickinson has made his way up to fourth. Now we have a battle brewing here for P2 between Dylan McKee and Jacob 𝐷𝐿. Jacob 𝐷𝐿 looking to the inside of Dylan McKee, making that middle line work, and he takes that second spot.
But the newcomer is looking strong tonight.
And we have another yellow towards the back.
Looks like maybe David Flanagan, looks like. Oh, yeah, him and the 5 got together. I don't know if that was yellow. Oh. Spoke too soon. It ends up upside down there in turn number 2.
Yeah, him and the 5 of Cody Wicker made a little bit of contact off of turn 4. And then as David Flanagan went to get into turn 1, just lost it on the outside.
Yeah, we're struggling to get through this race right here, but the season's been going very well, almost too smoothly so far this season. But even tonight, this is, like I said before, this is one of the most challenging tracks. This was going to be a curveball in all sense of the way, really, because it's the smallest track of the season. So we get back underway.
Gary still takes about a 3 or 4 car length advantage over Jacob 𝐷𝐿 entering turn 1 there. So we have a heated battle now for third with Ty Dickinson and Dylan McKee, and another yellow. You see the 5 of Cody Wicker slowly rolling without a front wing. Oh yeah, looks like we had 4 cars. 4 wide in turn 2.
Yeah, they just lost real estate.
Yeah. that was much never going to work, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, just Cody Wicker comes up on the 2 of Brian Kling, but he was also getting pinched from underneath. Just was the meat in the sandwich there, unfortunately.
Gary still continues to lead the way, though. Yet through all these yellows, he has remained the one constant in this race.
Yep, we're getting back underway already. Gary still fires yet again. We have 11 laps remaining here in tonight's feature. I believe we have another wreck at the back. Don't know if that's going to be a yellow.
It looks like it might be so. But we'll have to tell anyway.
We had cars all over the back straightaway there, so. believe that was the 6 of Chase George.
Yeah, look, he got sideways, and then Rooney might have. Oh, no, he was back. I thought maybe he ghosted out, but I think and Trevor McCoy might have been involved here too. Yeah. Oh, he got clear of one, and then the second one finished. Oh, bad points tonight for Rooney and McCoy.
Well, the good news for Rooney is that it's also been a bad points night for David Flanagan. So
that is true.
Top guys in the points are having rough nights.
I see Flanagan, at least if it's not glitching, he's coming out with no top wing or front wing. Let's go non-wing style here tonight.
He's gonna try and make it work.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get points. We got under 10 to go now. Are we coming back to it? I believe so.
We are indeed. Pace truck pulls off. And Gary Steele fires yet again. We'll see if this is the final restart of the night. It doesn't look like it's going to be. Another yellow comes out.
Then why'd you? Oh, we have. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I don't know. I heard a bunch of carnage going on, but we also have 2 non-wing cars out there, and they were not the cause of the yellow.
Yeah, it looks like the 72 of Hunter Benson just got a little sideways in the slick, and Robert Puckett just could not avoid him in time, and they came together.
Yeah, as we said earlier, it's a very slick track with it being right below the cushion, and that just seems to be the common denominator in tonight's action with all the yellows. Still has not been the worst race we have seen. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a lot of cautions, but it's definitely not the most cautions we've had in our league's history.
Pace truck pulls off again, and Gary Steele fires again. 8 laps remaining in tonight's event.
Remember the last time we had a lot of yellows? It came down to probably one of the greatest finishes we've ever had in our league's history. So maybe this will happen again.
𝐑𝐚𝐫𝐄𝐒 continues running that middle line there, trying to see if he can gain any sort of time on Gary Steele. As behind him, we have a battle for third with, looks like, Corey Denson and I'm not sure that is the outside.
That's Dylan McKee's on the outside.
Dylan McKee, yep.
See, I believe he just ran. He was the fastest car on the track the last lap. He's going to get into third. He'll clear him.
We have a battle for the lead. 𝐑𝐚𝐫𝐄𝐒 got a great launch off of turn 2 there, and he's to the inside now of your race leader, Gary Steele, with just 4 laps remaining. He's going to slide him here in turn 2.
Gary Steele gets sideways.
Loses it, and he loops it around, and that will bring out the yellow. Oh man, even more heartbreak. This has just been Heartbreak City all over tonight.
Especially for the Night Owl Racing team. Or Misfit Sim Sports. That's what I meant to say.
Gary Steele been doing everything perfectly so far tonight, and just loses it there in turn 2 after he gets slid by the 7 of 𝐑𝐚𝐫𝐄𝐒, or the 71 of 𝐑𝐚𝐫𝐄𝐒.
But now, first time with us, he leads the way with just 3 laps remaining. At least we got a couple laps there, though. That was good. At least we got a few laps.
And unfortunately, because of the rules, Gary Steele did come to a stop, so he will have to go towards the back. He will not get his spot back. If he was able to keep the tires spinning and keep it going and keep it fired, then he would have been allowed to get his spot back. But that now moves Dylan McKee up into the second spot and Corey Denson in third. But our new race leader, 𝐑𝐏𝐿𝐭, will fire here in turn 4 and bring us back under green flag racing here with 3 laps remaining. As we're 3 wide back there for third. That's Ty Dickinson running through the middle there. And Tyler Flynn on the bottom. They all make it work. Tyler Flynn slides Ty Dickinson there.
Oh, they
we
were
have
close.
Another yellow just before we get to the white flag. We have a pile up here in the back.
Oh boy, looks like maybe Hunter Benson there on the bottom. Yep, Hunter Benson. Looks like he was involved once again. Maybe Tim Henderson looks like might have been involved as well. Yeah, it's like Benson went in there with a little bit of steam, and I think he thought that Tim was going to have a little bit more. He wasn't going to slow down as much, and that's what looked like what happened right there.
Wait, I can't get away from that. Been out here for about 3 hours now. I don't know if you got that.
So now we'll head to one of our 5 possible green-white checkers. We have never needed, honestly, probably more than 2 in our league history.
I was just going to say, I sure hope we do not need all 5. As we are back underway for the first attempt at a green-white checker restart, 𝐑𝐏𝐿 gets a great launch out of turn 2. He has about a 4-car length advantage over Corey Denson. As we will get the white flag, this is it. Final lap here tonight. Looks like 𝐑𝐏𝐿 has this thing in the bag, but it is an all-out war for P2, though.
Yes, it is.
They come through turn 4. 𝐑𝐏𝐿 will win tonight. Dylan McKee looks like he takes second at the line, and I'm not sure who got third.
Oh, we got the non-wing cars in the race.
Looks like it was Ty Dickinson getting third at the end.
So we got some burnouts in the infield.
What a race we had there at the end. Definitely far from a clean race, but at least we had a great finish there at the end to wrap things up.
That is true. It was a good racing throughout the pack. It was just the track was really slick, and with it being the 305s, the top is very dominant, and with there being barely hardly any grip on the top, if you missed it at all, you got sideways, and that was the cause of a lot of cautions tonight.
Yeah, for sure. As there you see the full results from tonight's feature race here at Limaland. And we'll talk to our top 3 here in just a second. It looks like we have our top 2 both waiting, and there's our 3rd place finisher, so we'll be able to talk to all 3. So we will start with our race winner, the newcomer of 𝐑𝐏𝐿. Hey Jacob, it's Ben and Andrew in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, man, this was your first race with us, and wow, that's all I can say is just wow. I mean, you immediately pick up the win. You seem to have that middle line working to your advantage. Tell us about running that middle line here at Limaland.
In 3 and 4, there was a big spot that wasn't necessarily completely slicked in like the top. So every time I was going in there, I was just trying to hit that little mark because it was very like tacky right there. Like if you were sliding in like crazy, but as soon as you hit that, your car just took off. But in 1 and 2, it was a little bit more difficult because you had to basically hit the corner perfect because there was a very tiny spot, exactly like 3 and 4, where if you just hit it, you were just going to take off. And I just managed to hit it every time. So, I guess consistency really helped there.
Yeah, we definitely saw you were getting some great launches off the corners when you hit it just right. Andrew, anything you want to ask Jacob?
What did you think of tonight? Obviously, there's a bit of yellows compared to what we normally have, but what did you think of racing with your competitors throughout the evening?
They're pretty fantastic for the most part. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared, when I was, 2, 3 wide at times. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna slide up on me because I had someone drill me earlier on when I was back, and then I was back in like 15th, 16th area, and then I don't know, I found my way back. So I was scared most of the time, but I mean that's how you push through it.
Well, Jacob, before we let you go, anyone you want to thank for tonight's victory?
I just want to thank my team, Chase George. Thanks for partnering with me, man. George Quill Auto Sports. I also just want to thank Rev Limit Workshops. I want to thank. Just gonna thank everybody on the whole team that just helps me out all the time. Was rooting me on the whole time. Had someone helping me. Give a little bit of cues as to what people were doing. How I can react and do stuff. So just thankful for everybody.
Yeah, man. Well, congrats on the win tonight and your debut here with Reigel Promotions E-Sports, and we'll let you celebrate it.
All right, thank you.
And that was your race winner of Jacob Quill. So now we'll get a word in with second place finisher Dylan McKee. Hey, Dylan, it's Ben and Andrew in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hello.
Hey, man. Well, you bring it home P2 after starting 4th in tonight's feature. You were running pretty much around the top 5 basically the whole night. Did you think you had anything there at the end to challenge Jacob Quill for that race win?
I felt like if I stayed topside a little bit better, I probably could have caught up to him. But I was at that point with all the cautions and stuff, I was fine where I was at. Because the past few weeks, I've been up closer to the podium spot, been staying pretty consistent here. So I was perfectly fine with coming in second, even third.
Yeah, you've definitely been very, very consistent driver here this season so far. Andrew, anything you want to ask Dylan?
Do you think there's anything you could have done to possibly get by? I mean, there just wasn't much left out there, I felt like. And you need some more green flag laps, I feel like, as well.
Yeah, a couple more laps, and it's started to get back to the one lane on the top side. I know Ty was kind of running that middle high through the turns. He said that was working out well for him, but just maybe a few more laps, and I probably could have got him.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, anyone you want to thank for tonight's second place finish?
So I don't have any sponsors, but say hi to my wife and kids who are watching upstairs, and then say hi to mom and dad and all the friends that tune in to watching, and then my in-laws, and look forward to keep on racing the series.
Sounds good, man. Well, we'll let you go here and let you celebrate that second place finish for tonight.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Also, thank you to Reigel Promotions for putting this on, and then for Harvest as well. Or Night Owl Racing, my bad.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it. Have a good night.
You as well.
And that was your second place finisher of Dylan McKee. And last but not least, we'll talk to not only our third place finisher, but our hard charger tonight, coming from the 18th starting position all the way up to third, is Ty Dickinson. Hey, Ty, it's Ben and Andrew in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got you.
Well, man, hard charger tonight, going plus 15 from nearly dead last on the field. What was it like coming up through the pack? And did you have anything else you could have done to possibly get either second or maybe even the win tonight?
It was terrifying. Thanks for asking. I don't know. You saw, like, I got involved in one of the first early cautions. I had nowhere to go. And no, like, I feel like Jacob had us covered as he was sharing his screen with me before I jumped up here. But we ran the same line. There was this small little tack through the middle. And if you hit it just right, you will launch off that corner and you get so much drive. And we hit it each time. And I don't think I would have beat him. Maybe I could have got second. I don't know. But I'm just happy to be able to talk to you guys.
Yeah, we asked him about running that line, and we definitely did notice there in the closing laps you were running the same line and making basically the same amount of time as him. So it definitely seemed like you possibly could have at least gotten Dylan for second, but it would have been difficult to get by Jacob there for the win if you guys were running the same line.
No, for sure. And it was kind of scary. Like, you didn't know when a caution was going to come out. And, without having mirrors, it's easier to watch, like, from a spectator view. Like, all those cautions weren't anyone's fault. Like, it's just one of those things that just happens. Like, people are, you just bump wheels, whatever. But we raced with a great group of guys. Like, I have no complaints with anyone you race with. They all race clean. They race respectful. They apologize. And, I mean, Andrew, you put on one hell of a league. So, yeah, no complaints. I'm having an absolute blast.
Yeah, we were expecting it to be a little bit of a rougher race tonight just because of the tight confines. But, yeah, I think I agree with what you're saying, that it wasn't really anyone's fault.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I'm terrified for the 360s.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've been there before. It wasn't that bad last time we were there, so it should be okay.
But there's a lot more cars, a lot better drivers. I just want to make the A next race. That's all I care about.
Andrew, anything you want to ask Ty?
I just want to say thank you for the kind words, and also just what do you think you can take from this one and apply to the 360s next?
That's my main thing. Hopefully I qualify better. Last 305s, I forgot to adjust my wing for the qualifying. I planned on going negative like 2 or even 4.
Yeah.
And I messed up and it was at 0 and I couldn't get a handle of it. But other than that, no, just be patient, let attrition happen. There's going to be wrecks and just keep my nose clean.
Well, Ty, before we let you go to join the 360 race, anyone you want to thank for tonight's podium finish here in the 305?
Yeah, I have 500 people to thank, so this might take a while. I gotta thank Mama Bear. My mom is always in chat, cheering me on. She's my toughest critic, but also my biggest fan. I love her so much. I gotta thank my dad, Papa Mike Promotions. I gotta thank 5-6 Graphics for the badass rap. I gotta thank 618 Engraving. Gotta thank Peacemaker Gaming Team, which is my team. Gotta thank you guys for putting this on. You guys have the toughest job in the world, being the admins, plus being the fucking broadcasters. Oh shit.
It's
yeah,
okay,
I apologize. I said the F word.
It's okay.
You can find me. It's okay. But yeah, just thank you everyone for showing up, showing out, and we'll see you next race.
Yep.
Yeah, man, we'll see you for next one. We'll let you
know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
All right, bye, guys.
Yep, bye. And that was our third place finisher of Ty Dickinson there with getting the hard charger. Well, Andrew, we have finally reached the conclusion of tonight's 305 action here at Lima Land, and what do you guys say about tonight?
Well, I mean, like we said, it wasn't the smoothest tonight, as the first half of the season has been nearly flawless, as I couldn't have asked for better racing. I mean, tonight was still very good racing, and overall, that's what this league is for, is the 305s series is for the drivers to get more experience, so that way they can go race the 360s and be able to compete at that level as well. And that's what they can do. They learned how to race on a slick track tonight a little bit, and they can only improve from there.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't the cleanest races, but at least we saw some great battles when we were under green flag, mainly, especially in the heat races, and also towards the end in the closing laps with our top 3. So that'll pretty much do it here for us tonight from the Lima Land Motorsports Park. Next week is round 6 of 8, so just 3 races remaining in this season, and we are at the dirt track at Charlotte for next week, and that will be aired at the same time as tonight, roughly around 7:15 to 7:20 p.m. as practice opens at 7 o'clock. So if you're interested in either racing that if you're a driver or someone watching to tune in, then make sure to be here for that next Monday night. And we also have more Lima Land coming up here in just a little bit over on the Buckeye Racing Network with the 360s. So if you're interested in watching the 360s do battle at Lima Land, go check out Buckeye on YouTube. Just want to thank all the drivers for coming out here tonight, and thanks everyone for watching. And we'll hope to see you next Monday night here on the Reigel Promotions Esports YouTube channel at Charlotte. Have a good night, everyone.